Hi, this is Imchitaman with the Microsoft Store Operator software. I want to show you how I would set it up on a multiple store with a database being on one computer dedicated, and then you use the other outlets as your point of sales and the other store operator. Now I'm doing this basically from the manual just to test the manual to ensure that it is clear. What I saw in the manual thus far, I would follow. I have set up myself a Windows 2008 server. Um, This is a virtual machine, so it's actually not on my computer, but I'm remoting into it. Okay, um, so what I saw in the manual, have Liquid SQL 2005. I installed that. SQL 2005 Surface configuration and the configuration manager. I didn't care to install SQL Server Management Studio because I know how to manipulate what you could install SQL Management Studio. I looked at my configuration to ensure that all my services were running. If they weren't running, then I turned them on. So the SQL 2005 services, they're all listed in your browser to make this SQL Server machine show itself over the internet or the network. The server agent, well, I don't know if I need agent, but it's running. And then the SQL Server engine, this is what I really want it to be running. So it's running. I don't have to really bother myself about the properties. Once it's running, it's fine. Then I install out of the box the RMS, and I got these three icons. One is the administrator. Based on the manual, it says administrator first, so I click. And if you follow the manual, this is exactly what I'm going to do. So just follow that written manual. I click there, then I went to file, I went to connect. It says local. Now local refers to the local database. Now I'm working all on the same server with this installation of the administrator. It's on the same machine. So on the same machine where the database is installed, I'm clicking administrator file and then connect. Okay, now here I would see local and I will try to connect. Now this here is this could be anything. I could J, doesn't matter. Okay, now when I install SQL, I install it in what is called mix mode. If you didn't install it in mix mode, you'd have to turn on mix mode. That's a simple process for me. And in mix mode, SA and the password. I had a password and it's connected now. Notice that I'm connected to the server, database server, but not to a database. So what I would have to do once I'm connected there, I went and do the creation, follow the steps. I give it a name, hello db rms, and then I browse to a folder that came with the installation RMS sample, and I said finish. Give it a little while, run. That's what it's doing here. It's basically creating a database on the database server. I could switch around and show you that process. I have another server which runs the server management studio, and I'm connected to that database server. So hello RMS, what it's doing now, it's actually creating a whole bunch of tables. Well, right now it's not accessible, but it would have created a whole bunch of views, tables. Notice all these things. That is what's happening. That's what's happening on this machine right now when this process is being run. Reach to complete. Okay, so here the database is created. If I go back, I'll show you what it did. Just let me give a refresh. Alright, database. Okay, so here all the tables, blah 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 blah, are created. So there are views and stored procedures, I believe, with this system, but I'm not too concerned about this here. It seems to be there. So here now automatically I'm connected to the correct database, hello RMS. I could actually flip connections here again, password, and actually connect like this. Database server here and the database name. These are all connected. Now what you need to do, you need to go to configuration. You need to say, put in the username, put in the password, put in the name of your database here. Okay. To our test, make sure everything is working and say okay. Alright. Then on the same machine, go to store operator, and the default username and password is 1 and password. I think it's capital P. Cacher1 and P, capital PASSWORD. Say okay. And you are actually in now the what I call the backend part, the management part. The manager is the one that would go to here and create the caches. Give the cashier number, create a cashier in, give the cashier number, put a name for them, James, put in a password for them, okay, give them whatever permissions they need, okay, cache it through. Alright, and then go to operator and test what your cache is. Now I am stuck here because I do not have what is called a license. I need to get what is a license to throw in here and go in, but I'm pretty sure that this will work. So I need a license and then make another video to show it works. Now what I want to show you, this I'm getting up the server now. I'm going to stay on the same network on my computer. I have the tree installed, but what I really want to play around with is the store manager. I'm on the same physical network, so I'm supposed to be able to connect, and it's connected. I had nothing to do. It's actually connected, and I could log in to show you that I'm in Venture. I could actually look for cache again. Cache 1, 2, 3. So I know that I'm using the same database. I'm actually connected there, and that is because I put the configuration in that file. Now the store operator manager, that's something I would have to do, is try to figure out how I would get that to work, and to work from to remove maybe from a regular computer. I am not country. This is my first video, the first time I'm doing this. I need to see now. I don't want to backup. Do you want to backup database now? No. Right. This is the first time but I do not want this here on my local machine. I would like this to stay, and then this is the one I need to get through. So thank you for viewing. If you need any help, I could help you with your SQL.